Welcome to the Camp Gamers Dungeons & Dragons podcast, featuring your favorite Dungeon Master, Comman. This podcast may contain some strong language, geek jokes, and other random shenanigans. Listener subscription is advised. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Comman of the Camp Gamers, back with another D&D session today. We hope you're along for the ride, and as you recall, last time we were together, it was some very interesting happenings. We had Creed, who decided to disguise himself as a clone and ended up going into the clone repair vat and falling into sleep and paralysis as the chemicals kind of did their thing to try to rejuvenate him. And we had our other three adventurers trying to break into a house in chef's outfits. And they broke in, but then, let's just say, things didn't go quite according to plan. So they ended up jumping out, climbing out, flying out of the house, depending on which one you're talking about, sanding through. And yeah, so that's where we left off last time. Two of them had went back to the bar, and the other one was just kind of skulking around in the shadows. And yeah, we're going to see what happens in today's adventure. So first thing I'm going to do is unmute them so you can hear them.
Oh, you mute us.
Yeah, I do.
I was sitting here so quietly not to never mind.
Ruin my intro? I appreciate that.
Yes.
Sometimes I don't mute you, but today I did, so. Alright. We are going to start off the adventure with Ventus, because Ventus is kind of off by himself, in the kind of skulking in the town. And so Ventus, after yesterday's events, you kind of found a quiet little alley to sleep in. You remembered Bandit as you took a quick nap. Wondering if this is how he slept every night, because yeah, he just doesn't sleep in inns very much. So it was kind of a fitful sleep, as anytime you heard boots on the pavement, you kind of woke up a little bit, kind of fearing that there would be some type of reprisal. But after the majority of the evening of rest, you wake up kind of with the rising of the sun, as the sun comes up over the horizon. What do you want to try to do today?
I will actively make a search for the others, since I think hopefully it's calmed down a bit now. I'd also first probably try and go to the markets to get like a change of clothes, or at least a sort of cloak that I can put on.
Sure, okay.
Some sort of change in sort of disguise kind of deal.
Right. Okay, you make your way to the marketplace and find yourself some nice tailors. Are you just looking for like standard colored clothes and everything of the other townspeople?
I'm going straight to the charity shop kind of deal.
Okay. All right, you find yourself some nice rags. Asks for a few coppers.
Yeah, that's no problem.
All right.
Do I have some sort of like hooded gear that I can?
Yep. So it's kind of like a standard old cloak with a hood on it and such. So it looks pretty ratty, but it'll help you blend in to the city.
I'll buy a bit of food as well in the market and kind of head towards any taverns or anything that I think they might be at.
Sure. Okay.
Well, right. My thing is better game, but come on, where are they going to be? They're going to be at a tavern. There's nowhere else they're going to be.
I imagine Ventus just walking into a shop and saying, "I would like your most mysterious cloakies."
Yeah. All right. So Bandit and Lucius, you guys were kind of drinking the night away. You guys had a little drinking contest to see who could drink more.
No one.
Bandit took it hands down. He was a sneaky little guy. He used some of his stealth rolls, you think probably just to kind of like sip it down his shirt or something. Plus, being a raccoon, has a super high metabolism, so...
Whoa! That's That's a lot of biology.
I know.
Already.
I know. Can you handle it? Anyways, so that's what happened. You guys kind of take your spots for the night. Are you guys both gonna? You have separate rooms, I'm guessing.
Yeah, some rooms.
Well, maybe after a few drinks, you never know.
And then are you both just gonna try to sleep through the night, or are you gonna try to stay up for a little bit, or?
No, I'm gonna sleep. I'm tired as hell. Get it? Hell, demon.
Ah, funny joke. How about you, Bandit?
I will not sleep in the inn.
Okay, you're gonna sleep out in an alley behind the inn or something, or?
Definitely.
Okay.
After I take advantage of the fact that he's drunk and peruse his belongings.
Steal his shit.
He's drunk. He's not that drunk.
Roll to seduce.
Alright, that'd be a diplomacy / bluff.
You realize my character isn't like gay, so can that just have no effect?
I like how gay is the first thing you think of. He's a fucking raccoon.
Well, no, I meant my demon guy. Isn't he trying to seduce my Lucius?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. How can you seduce me if I'm not attracted, like, at all?
Well, attracted
Maybe
to
you're
female
into
raccoons.
bestiality.
I think my character isn't into that.
I don't know.
Well, he fails anyways, so.
Like,
Scamper off and find a nice alley.
Alright. Lucius, partway through the night, you're pretty drunk, but you're pretty sure you hear some arguing coming from the common room of the inn. You're too drunk to really get up and care. You just kind of go over and vomit in your bucket and go back to sleep, but you're pretty sure that there was several voices raised rather loudly in the tavern, so just kind of keep that in the back of your mind. Bandit, you sleep nicely. You find a little perch on a dumpster behind the inn, and you think it's probably safe enough. So you stay there till the morning guy comes out and throws the trash into the dumpster, at which point you decide to go get some breakfast.
Yeah, from the trash.
Absolutely. I was going to let you have that choice, but... All right. So, Bandit, as you're kind of gnawing through some of the trash, and every once in a while you stick your head up just to make sure nobody is coming or anything. And you notice what you think to be Ventus just based on his size and the fact that he's wearing a ratty cloth, and you're very stealthy and can perceive such things. He's kind of stealthily checking around the area. So...
I'll keep my eyes on him for a bit.
Alright. Alright, so... Lucius, you wake up kind of a little hungover after last night's drunken competition. What would you like to do?
I'll go down to the tavern and get some breakfast and sober up.
Alright. They serve you what you would appear to be some type of dwarven coffee. It's super strong, like ridiculously strong, and yeah, it's pretty crazy. So you can see as you come down. Why don't you go ahead and give me a perception roll and take a -3 to your perception roll because of your drunken stupor.
Alright, let's see. The perception skill, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. I have a 1 bonus. No, well, didn't go in. Oh, it did.
12. Okay, so you notice that there appears to be a couple broken chairs kind of stacked up in the corner of the inn.
Alright.
Which is kind of pretty standard for an inn like this. I mean, it's pretty seedy inn. Alright, anyways, the innkeeper comes up and says, "What would you like for breakfast?"
What do people usually eat in this world? I don't know, it's out of character, but... I don't
Yeah.
know what. They have like porridge porridge or something.
Porridge, a piece of chicken leg. I mean, anything you could think of really that around that time
That was
period.
sort of like a standard breakfast, just porridge and
Okay.
some drink. Well, I got my coffee, so I'm sober enough.
All right.
Captain Crunch.
Captain Crunch on French toast is amazing. Anyways, all right. So they bring you over some porridge, and the innkeeper says, "So, who's settling the bill for last night?"
I'll take this. I don't know where that raccoon scampered off to, so.
All right. She comes back with a bill that says 20 gold on it.
20 gold? Do I even have 20 gold?
Yeah, I think you do.
Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I started with like 10 gold.
I thought you had 67 according to your sheet.
Did I? Well, I guess I'm 67 then. I'll pay for the meal. Very, very unwillingly pay for the meal.
You were awful quick to accept the bill, though.
Yeah. Not much I can do.
Anyways, you see, as you're kind of eating your breakfast, you see somebody kind of poke his head in that you guess you kind of recognize. He has the same build as that guy you were in the building with yesterday that you've been kind of seen around.
Wait, which guy, sir?
Ventus.
Oh, Ventus, oh, okay. I'll beckon him over then, I guess.
I point at myself like, who, me?
I'll nod, right, yeah, and beckon him over again.
I go sit down and order a drink.
Like a drink or like a coffee?
Like a coffee, yeah.
Okay. So she brings over...
Dwarven coffee.
Yeah, it'll definitely put hair on your chest, this coffee. She brings it over and kind of sets it down before you and says, "Hi, I haven't seen you recently."
Oh yeah, I'm new in town.
I say, you need a place to stay?
Not for now, but perhaps later.
Very well then. Kind of sniffs as she kind of walks away. Alright.
Oh, she was hitting on you.
Oh damn, I missed the signs.
Oh, this woman just comes up to you and says, "Do you need to stay?" You say yes.
I think she was hitting on you, Ventus. Or Coos.
Oh, no GF for you.
So as you guys are kind of sipping your coffee, you notice somebody over in the corner who kind of keeps eyeing both of you. Pretty soon he kind of saunters over. He appears to be in guard's clothes. And he just kind of sits down across the table from you guys and says, "Morning, gents."
I'm immediately like taken aback. I'm like, good morning, officer.
Good morning, officer.
Say,
What can we do for you today?
you guys wouldn't happen to know anything about what happened yesterday, do you?
Yesterday? No clue what you're talking about.
You haven't heard, you didn't hear the commotion?
No, don't know anything about that.
You don't know anything about the commotion? So, were you in town yesterday?
I was, but I was drinking at the tavern.
I'm referring more to yesterday afternoon.
Afternoon, well, I was sort of about the town, but I didn't really pick up too much about it.
Oh, so you were here in the inn yesterday afternoon?
Yes, I was.
I see. And the innkeeper can corroborate that story?
Most likely, I don't know if she would notice me or he would notice me, but yeah.
And you, sir, you haven't said much. Where were you yesterday? It's over at Ventus.
I'm a traveling merchant. You might have seen my friend actually. He was a small guy, short. We sell various goods, animal skins, that kind of thing.
A fur trader. Interesting. Why don't you direct me to your booth, and I will come and see what you have to offer this afternoon.
Oh, but we don't have a booth. We only cater to the military.
Good news! I'm a military guard.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know how to say this, but it's only to the elite guard.
Now, you wouldn't insult my pride, would you?
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I'll cut you a deal later. If you come down to the market, maybe I can sort you out with some stuff.
Sounds good. Which part of the market are you in?
East side.
Oh, east side, alright. Very good. Well, I'll see you in a few hours.
Okay, bye.
He gets up and kind of waddles away, kind of sauntering almost. And as he kind of goes to the door and pays his tab, he kind of looks back at you two, and you guess that there's some type of malicious grin on his face as he kind of steps out.
I smile at him warmly.
Does he look like the captain of the guard, or like a higher up, or is he just a regular soldier?
You'd guess he's probably a regular soldier, although, I mean, he's obviously a little bit higher if he's around asking questions, so.
Yeah.
He's a detective. Private detective.
A true detective.
Alright, Bandit, you finish your breakfast. What do you want to do?
House or me?
Both of us, I guess. I don't know.
Bandit.
Oh, Bandit.
Neither.
I'll join up with Ventus and demon guy.
Do we even know each other's names yet?
No, I was gonna ask that.
Yep, now would be a good time to make your introductions, Ventus.
Yeah. So, you keep cropping up, my friend. Why
Yes,
is
I
that?
do. Well, I guess I have some unfinished business in this town. I want to, pursue it.
Why are you always so vague?
Well, I don't know you too well, so, pardon me if I don't want to disclose too much about myself.
Well, I guess that's understandable.
Yeah.
But it seems that we often have the same aim, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it's looking like that most of the time.
So how about we make a sort of truce for the time being then? You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Well, I don't know if I'll help you pursue your goals, but we'll see.
Like I said, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. We can both help each other's goals.
Yeah, sure.
Each other's
I'm
backs.
Lucius, by the way.
Nice to meet you, I'm Ventus.
Oh, okay, and what about your raccoon friend over there?
Well, the one over there is a bandit. Bandit McCoon. He's not the bravest one, but he's a loyal companion.
Oh, pleasure to meet you, Bandit.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so where will we head off to then?
I guess I have to keep my cover and go to the market. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the market.
Yeah, you didn't really get the best alibi for that, did you?
I'm gonna go to buy some furs. Sell 'em off.
Well, I guess I'll tag along,
Alibi.
or... Yeah.
Alright, you guys head towards the market then, after paying your tab. Who's, you guys just paying individually, or is...
Lucius will be for this one, thanks.
I'm not made of money, but I'll take this one, I guess.
Alright, it's just a palsy 11 coppers for the both of your meals, so...
Oh, okay.
Alright, so you guys make your way to the market, and, are you guys heading just straight from the end of the market?
Yeah.
Okay. You make your way to the market, and as you go through, you pass a very interesting setup. You can see that there is what appears to be kind of almost like vats lined up. They're like green and glowing and such. So it's kind of interesting. It's not something you usually see. And inside of one of them, there's different people inside of each one of them. But inside of one of them, you very clearly see Creed, and he appears to be unconscious. And you can see a sign on it that says "For Sale."
Hey Lucius, so you look at that house over there, it's a bit odd. I don't know,
It
what
does
do you
look a bit
think?
odd, doesn't it? Gonna go over and take a look?
Yeah, sure. Bandit, you wanna come?
Bandit, old fella.
All right, you're approaching the dwarves then.
Yeah.
All right. As you get close, they kind of look up, and one of them starts eyeing Lucius very suspiciously. And as you kind of approach, he kind of loosens his sword pommel a little bit. Back for more, eh?
Hey, what's going on, Lucius?
Wait, do I know this person? Like, which person is this from?
You would guess he was, based on the fact of his clothes, he's probably from the wall that you attacked.
Oh god, like the one with the wizard,
That's the one.
or what?
The
Oh,
wizard
God.
wall.
I'll just, do I know you? Who are you? I don't know what you're referring to when you said back for it, though.
Don't forget a face. Don't forget a face. One of the other dwarves kind of saunters over and he says, "Darren, what's going on here?" He looks up. "This is one of them that was riding that skeletal dragon."
Skeletal dragon? Are you okay? I have no clue what you're referring to.
You saw him. He was riding the dragon with that other bloke that's in the chamber.
Listen, I think you need to sit down or something. I mean, have you had too much to drink?
Clearly your friend's got some form of Tourette's.
Tourette's? Not so.
Can I roll an intimidate? As in, like, you know, come on, we're doing our own business here. Can you just back down?
Sure.
Fucking
Alright.
intimidate. Always with the intimidate.
It works, you know.
I try to hunt for food with intimidate.
Get out of jail free card. Intimidate.
The man is the dwarf is slightly cowed as you kind of yell at him a little bit, and his partner kind of ushers him off and says, "Why don't you go sit down? We'll take care of this one." "Aye, well, you guys wouldn't be in the market for slaves, would you?"
Can't say we are.
Slaves?
Yes. Finest slaves this part of the city, and the only slave dealer licensed to work in the town.
Listen, I don't support slavery.
Well, that's unfortunate for you then. Plenty of people who will buy.
Nice. Some old pervert's gonna buy me. It's gonna turn into a very, very 18 plus very fast.
So, what's that behind you there? Please explain yourself. I mean, there's a strange sort of glow emanating from that house.
Well, that is where we keep slaves, of course, and in order to keep them in tip-top condition, we have enhanced them with magical, very powerful, and very expensive liquids. Only the best, for, of course, you wouldn't be interested in such things.
Hold on. You say they're magically enhanced. I mean, what advantages does this have?
Increased magical power. Every one of our slaves is some type of magical person, as you might know. Cleric, wizard, sorcerer, you name it, we've got it. And completely loyal.
So they'll do anything we say.
To a point. I mean, there are some things that... yeah, no one's perfect.
Slaves are, legal. They are legal, right?
Of course, like I said, only licensed slave trader in the entire city. You find a slave anywhere else, it's not legal.
Can I see your paperwork?
Of course. He kind of rummages in one of his pockets and pulls out it's kind of like a scroll and passes it to you.
House, I know what you're thinking. It's not happening. I'll blow myself up again.
Have a look through the scroll. Did he give me anything else with the scroll? Perhaps like a list of slaves or anything like that, or was
Nope.
it just purely the information?
Just the information you requested.
Okay.
Can we take a look at these
Anything?
things, then?
What does it say? Like, I'll read through it.
Sure, yeah. It's it appears to be like a licensed by, like, it's got like all the official seals of the High Council and such, and it's got his name and the company name, and it has the purpose on there for selling magically imbued slaves.
Slave credentials.
I look up and down, quite with a concerned look on my face, and I give it back to him. This all looks quite legit. I mean, I'm not usually one for slavery, but I mean, your mention of magic is quite intrigued me.
Perhaps you'd like to have a look inside.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll have a
step
look.
right in.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. They kind of lead you in, and you can see that there are several toughs on the outside of the house, just kind of guarding it. And they lead you in, and it's almost set up kind of like a funeral parlor would be, with a whole bunch of caskets like lining the wall. Only this is the vats, and you can see inside there are just like there's a variety of different races and such. And there are a couple sample, I guess you would call, slaves that are kind of giving food around to the people who are perusing the area. There's probably 5 or 6 other people looking in here, as well as the other guards and such that you notice. And it's a very ornate room. I mean, it's you can tell that no expense was spared getting this room ready. So.
And as I'm looking through, like I peer through into the vats and take a look at some of them, I say, well, what guarantee can you give me of their utmost obedience? I mean, would I be able to change one for another if he's too disobedient?
All sales are final, because we have no idea what you're going to do with them. We don't want to know what you're going to do with them. Here's how it works. These slaves have been all imbued with a herb. And we can supply you with enough herb that basically it makes them more pliable to your wishes. I mean, they still maintain their personality. It's not like we don't brainwash them or anything. But this herb, you feed it to them once a day. They love it. It's kind of like a drug. They're addicted to it. And it just makes them more pliable. That's all. I mean, again, they still maintain their, independence and such and their free will, but they're much more likely to do what you ask because you supply the drugs.
So this is like a heroin drug ring going on.
Yeah,
Are
sort
you
of.
sure this is legal as well?
Absolutely. You saw the paperwork.
And so the vats then, do the vats supply the drugs, or are they there for another reason? I mean, what's the purpose of them?
Well, they, as I said, they imbue additional magic, which is excellent. Excellent. It enhances the magician's powers, and it offers safe transport for them, as they don't have to worry about, anything. It just rejuvenates any health problems that they had, that sort of thing. You've been listening to the Camp Gamers Dungeons & Dragons podcast featuring your favorite Dungeon Master, Conman. If you enjoyed today's episode, please visit our website, www.thecampgamers.com, and leave a comment.